Hello, Kate.
Hi, Purnima. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. It's lovely to be here.
Same here. Welcome to the Heartfulness Glow webinars today, and a warm welcome to you. And thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited to have you with us on the Glow webinars. Firstly, this is the first webinar in this new year, and we're so excited that you're the first person who is going to speak on the Women Empowerment Series. And it's the season here in India, in Tamil Nadu, in South India. We are celebrating, we just finished celebrating the harvest festival. It's called Punkal and Shankranti. So it's kind
Oh,
of a festival mode and it's still continuing. How are you doing?
I'm very good. I love the harvest season in India. It's a special time. And I believe the farmers always need to be looked after. They do some of the greatest work to keep things going and flowing. So that's wonderful. Are you good?
Yeah. so, uh, Glow webinars is for women. Those of you who have joined here for the first time, warm welcome to you all. And now we are having the Women Empowerment Series, and Kate is the second person speaking in the Women Empowerment Series. And she's going to speak about happiness, joy, and the pursuit of success, joy, and some of these things, which is kind of elusive and it's also kind of very interesting and intriguing. As we begin this, I would like to introduce Kate. She's a very inspiring person. She is a British model, actress, and musician. She was chosen for Miss England and Miss Great Britain competitions. She won the titles of Miss Great Britain Photogenic, Miss England Intercontinental, and the Face of Aintree 2004. Kate was also chosen to represent her country in international pageants. Kate presented for fashion TV channel Nivanta to talk about the latest fashion trends and beauty. She's also featured in newspaper interviews on health, fitness, and nutrition. Kate's TEDx talk about her life and inspiring journey has been a viral sensation. In 2010, she married the Indian singer Lucky Ali and she was blessed with a baby boy. Later, they separated, and in 2019, she married the British music producer David Tickle and she's blessed with two children. She works for various charity projects and is a humanitarian. She's extremely passionate about helping people in need. Wow, Kate, thank you. That's really, really inspiring. And,
Thank you for having me.
I was just wondering, you choose this interesting topic about pursuing happiness, right? Before I jump into this webinar specifically, can you tell us a little bit about your childhood? I know there is an inspirational story lurking in there, and I would love to hear that.
Yes, I was I was born and raised in a beautiful country spa town called Buxton, Derbyshire. So I live around a lot of farmland and beautiful fields, green fields, and it's a small town, and that's where I'm from. I had a very humble upbringing with my parents and two older brothers, and a fun childhood. We created our own magic in our childhood by making tree dens, climbing trees, running through the fields, like you do as a kid. And when I was about 14 years old, my brother Chris, he was diagnosed with leukemia, chronic myeloid leukemia, and he needed a perfect bone marrow match. So at the time, they tested my brother Dominic and myself, and I was a perfect bone marrow match for him, apparently, according to the doctors. And so a year later, we both underwent a bone marrow transplant, and I donated bone marrow to him, which, with the support of Professor Yin, who was my brother's professor and amazing man who helped cure Chris of the cancer, with my bone marrow successfully, it did cure him, thank goodness. And, it was a crazy time because I was only 14 years old and equally as scary for my brother who was 27. But when it comes to things like that, I think, and especially with family or with people you care about, you just get on with it and do what you can. And we did. So, Yes, I presume that's what you're talking about, Purnima. And luckily today, so far, he's now cured. He was cured many, many years ago after we did the bone marrow transplant. So he's gone on to have a lovely, healthy family life. He's got a beautiful daughter, and it was a success. So it inspired me at that time to raise a lot of money for cancer charities, and I became an ambassador for the Anthony Nolan Bone Marrow Trust to raise awareness really for leukemia sufferers who need bone marrow donors. And because in the day that I donated bone marrow, it was a more complicated operation. They had to drill into my sternum and my hips to take the bone marrow. But now with the way science goes, thank God, it's just a blood test to be able to donate good bone marrow to a leukemia sufferer if you're a match. So I campaign and raise awareness to get people to join as donors onto the bone marrow registries to give leukemia sufferers a better chance of survival, just like my brother had with me, with the success we had with me being a match for him. So that's the work that I try my best to keep doing, and it's one that fills me with a lot of joy because it's a personal subject.
Thank you so much for sharing that, and I'm very glad that you shared that specific personal incident, and I hope a lot of us are inspired to, use this as a very good example. So, continuing with your personal life, you came to India in 2010. You got married to somebody here in India, and how was life after that? How did you like India? And tell us a little bit about the life here in India.
I've always been a traveler, so I always enjoyed exploring and been to a lot of countries in life. I think we're always wanting to explore new places. And I was in Dubai and I got asked to come and shoot a Canada movie in Bangalore. And I jumped at the chance because I'd never been to India before, but I'd heard the most wonderful things. And upon arriving there, I'm sure you hear this many times from foreign people coming to the country, but for me, it was a very emotional time when I got there. I instantly fell in love with India, and it carries a very big space in my heart to this day. And I met my then husband, as you all know, a lot of you will know, Lucky Ali, Maksud. I call him Maksud, and
This day.
we got married and we had a beautiful boy called Danny Boy, who's now 10 years old. And life in India was great. I had the most wonderful experiences traveling India. I love it. I really love your country, and I can't wait to come back.
Thank you so much. You're most welcome. In fact, I would love for you to visit the world headquarters of the Heartfulness Institute in Kanha Shantivanam. You're most welcome, and one day you should definitely come here.
I'd love to. Yes, I'm planning on a trip soon, so we'll have to meet up definitely when I'm there.
Yeah. So thank you. So my next question for you is, do you have a few tips for young boys and young girls to stay motivated while pursuing their dreams? Because it's one thing to have these very inspiring dreams. Of course, we all get inspired, and right now we've been very inspired by your journey in your childhood. So we have a lot of aspirations as we move forward, right? But it's not easy to continue to have this motivation or inner inspiration while we are on this journey of fulfilling our dreams. So what would you say to that?
Well, I mean, look, we all have days where it can feel too stressful and we're overstimulated by all these phones and things that we have, and there's a lot of overstimulation for the brain. And I think what you learn as you get a little bit older is, compared to when I was young and growing up, you're wanting to rush to get to that point of happiness and that point of success. So you're trying to do everything, and by the end of the day, you're frazzled and tired, but you feel complete because you've been doing all these overload of different things. And I think the key is to learn to just slow it down. And that's something that comes as you get a little bit older. You realize that you can still achieve those things at a slower pace, realizing the blessings throughout the day, and just appreciating each day and taking moments to breathe for you, for your soul, for your well-being, instead of rush through the life, keeping every moment present, just remembering to be present in each moment. And I've especially been focusing on that for the last 5 or 6 years, and it works wonderfully. There's still stressful days, we all have them, they're never going to go away, but I think it's just how you learn to manage those days and not react in the moment. Take a breath, breathe, and just slow things down a little bit, because you're still going to get there with things anyway, and if it's truly meant for you, you will.
Thank you, Kate. Yeah, that is a very beautiful sentence. If you're meant to be, you will. And to be present is the most important present we can give ourselves. Thank you so much. So, my next question is, what do you think of success and joy? And, in this journey of, achieving our dreams and ambitions and aspirations, and as they are, marked against something called success and failure, and which gives us joy and sadness.
Yes,
So
true.
how do you maneuver that journey?
Well, success is an interesting journey, and we're all wanting to be, you know, this and that and the other and do brilliantly. And I think what we need to remember is, from the basic starting ground, who we are, our unique beings, are brilliant and successful from the get-go. So, we go through life, and a lot of things can make you feel less when you don't, if you get turned down on a job, and you could really take that to heart. But I think with success, the key is to just keep going, because it's always, they say that famous saying, it's at the point when you're about to give up sometimes. You're just on the verge of breaking through whatever it is you've been working for a few years, or however long it's taken you. So I think it's good to just keep going, keep positive with it. And with regards to joy, taking the moments to be present and have time out will bring more joy. And taking the breaths, and not overstressing things. I think, by getting overstimulated, I think what people tend to do now as well, because we have such an Instagram and social media culture, people are seeing other people's lives and thinking, oh my God, it's not fair. Why is my life not like that? And so many people are putting up a certain image on social media. It doesn't mean it's like that behind the scenes. And I think, instead of looking into their windows of their lives, just enjoy yours and look into your window. I mean, your life is magnificent, and it's you that's going to make it so. So do the work with that area, and let the rest just do what they're doing and be happy and on their journeys.
Thank you so much, Kate. That was extremely inspiring. Thank you. You also told us about this work you do for your charities, right? After this experience you had in your childhood. So,
Yeah.
my next question is about acts of service. What prompts you to do them is something you already answered. And my question is, tell us about the service you do on all of these board of when you're on board of all these charities, a little bit about the work you do, and what keeps you motivated to continue, because of course you've helped your brother and he's fine, and you're happy and you want to give back to the society, but it's also fatigue, right? So what keeps you going, and tell us about the work you do and why you keep going.
Personally, for me, I feel I have to, because it's everything for me to know that I'm giving back to people, and raising awareness for leukemia sufferers, or just, even if you're not working for a charitable organization, to go out there and walk past somebody and just smile, and you never know what other people are going through behind the scenes at home in their home life, and just a small smile, a simple smile, could give so much to somebody. So I think to work every day in that state of giving rather than taking, you know, when we're very young, sometimes we feel when we get given things, oh, it's amazing, I'm being given all these things. But I think it's just much better to give rather than take things, and give joy, give happiness to other people, and raising awareness for the charity that I work for. And if anybody out there wants to become a bone marrow donor, it's the Anthony Nolan Bone Marrow Trust. I'm sure after this video link, Purnima will put a link in for the charity, I hope. And you can go on there and become a bone marrow donor, and give a leukemia sufferer a chance if they ever needed you, and in a database you happen to pop up as a perfect bone marrow match. It's a wonderful thing. Leukemia it doesn't just affect the person like any cancer or disease, it affects the whole family. And there can be children involved, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters. I just think it's a lovely thing to do. So any little thing we can do in life is great, and may that always be.
Thank you so much, Kate. Yes, I will certainly put the link in the comments, in the video, in all the channels, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, as soon as this webinar is over.
Thank you, Purnima.
So, Kate, my next question is, what are your views on, mental well-being? Because joy and happiness has a very close, vibes with good mental health. And what are your views on that? And what are your views on health and fitness with regards to having joy? I see a few questions coming up, but after this, I'll take them up.
Great. Health and I think fitness is key. I mean, I've always said it in the press, whether it's been the Indian press or over here, that your body is your temple. So to look after your body, to take just that little bit of time out each day, whether you're meditating and going to the gym, vice versa, it's all doing that work that ultimately brings you the joy and the good vibes. So I do the gym. I've got three children, three boys, so they keep me very busy, but I have to take my little bit of time out, and there's no excuse for not doing that. Everybody's got enough time in their day. Nobody, not even the Prime Minister, is that busy to not have time to go to the gym or to do some body work for themselves, whether it's mental meditation, whether it's physical work. So I think it goes hand in hand as a successful thing to be able to do the gym. That releases the endorphins that makes your mind good, and in that you can positively strive forward in whatever quest you're searching for to succeed in.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you so much. Sophia has a question.
Yes. Hi,
Thank
Sophia.
So I'm going to. Sophia is asking, thanks for coming on. In relation to success, joy, and self expression, how do you decide what music to create and release? Is music you're passionate about usually accepted so that you can also financially benefit, or how do you navigate that?
Well, Sophia, I mean, it's funny. I'm not a musical artist. That I don't release songs. So my ex-husband, Lucky Ali, as we discussed previously, that's his arena. So he does his music. I play bass guitar and I'm a keyboard player, and I've played in Hollywood with certain bands, and I've also played over here with certain bands. That complements the other work that I do. I'm also an actress. So recently I had a great role come up on a big BBC series that it's coming up this year, and I played the role of Princess Diana. Purnima was saying before she saw the pictures on my Instagram account. So if anybody wants to have a look on my Instagram, my name on there is Kate Elizabeth Hallam. And I played the role of Princess Diana, and it's going to be for a big TV show here in England coming up this year. And acting, that goes hand in hand with my music. And I've done modeling all my life, so it's a bit of a mixed basket, but it all pays the bills, and I've been fortunate to keep busy with it. I used to be an assistant to Michael Winner, the film director. He was a famous film director, and he did all the Death Wish movies with Charles Bronson in the 80s. They were the first ever vigilante take the law into your own hands movies, and I worked for him for many years on Melbury Road in London. So my career has been quite diverse, but it's all in the same arena of work. So yeah, I hope that answers what you needed to know. Basically just keeping busy for the financial. I like to keep busy. I like to make money, and because especially when you've got children, you know, there's always something you have to buy.
So Sophia says thanks, and thanks for applying my question to the work that you do, and I'll check it out. So I just displayed Kate's Instagram handle. It's Kate Elizabeth Hallam. So you can go and check out. I'm so impressed with how you look, so identical to Princess Diana. My congratulations, and I'm looking forward to the series so excitedly. I'm a big fan of the British royals. I'm a big fan of Princess Diana too. So
Yes, I
great.
think when it was the wig that they used on me was so amazing. Put the wig on, it transformed everything. Obviously, this hair isn't Princess Diana, but the wig that they used, wow, the costume and makeup department were amazing. So, and I didn't say before, but you know, that's just another thing. Even after having children, you should always just still pursue what you truly love, whatever it is. As we grow up in life, I guess what I want to say to the younger generation is we're under so much pressure to be what other people see us as or want us to be. And in the end, I think your true source point inside will shine through and want to be heard. So make it easy on yourselves and do what it is you truly want in life. Whatever it is that makes you so passionate, that's the one to go for. And you'll figure that out.
Thank you so much, Kate. I think I have this picture of you. Let me put it on.
Oh, yes. That's my Princess Diana moment.
I was just thinking, oh, it's exactly Diana. I mean, I was just wondering, are you actually putting a photo of Princess Diana, or are you, you know?
That was me in the backstage just doing the selfie because I loved the way the wig looked. And the main thing about having that role, I think, is wow. I mean, what a poignant role to get. I mean, Princess Diana, what a truly, truly wonderful gem of a woman she was. And to do a role like that is very, very beautiful. I felt very, very blessed to get that role. So, and I just think she was such a lovely lady. I would have loved to have met her. Well, she was a princess, a real life Queen of Hearts, wasn't she? So, oh yes, that's a front page of one of the tabloids over here in England.
Yeah, so those were amazing pictures. If any of you want to check out Kate on her Instagram, yeah, so you know where to go.
I have my Instagram isn't all about me. I have lots of doggy pictures. I have a cute little doggy. I have lots of nature photos, and then I post my work photos, and then lots of family pictures as well, because I told you before, I have 3 boys. I got married again. My husband is David, who's a well-known music producer, and we have 2 boys together. And obviously I have Danny from my ex-husband, Lucky Ali. So, but life is good. Everybody's happy. Everybody's peaceful. And we all get on well. And I think that's what the key when you have children, to make things work and to work at relationships. So we're very blessed. He came over recently to visit Danny, actually. So it wasn't too long ago that he was actually here in England. So that was nice.
Thank you so much, Kate. Thank you so much. So my next question, in fact, we have a question, I think, which you already answered. So we did have a question about how do you all get along well? You have you have a child from your previous marriage, you have a child, few children in your current marriage. So the question was, how do you get along well, and how do you ensure that everybody is happy? Because happiness in a relationship is also very important. So I think you answered that. But
I
if
was
you
just, I was distracted. I was reading Vihana's message. Thank you, Vihana. That's so sweet. Thank you very much for the compliment. I think it's just important. I mean, when I was 14, as you know, I told you I went through what I went through with my brother. And when you overcome adversity in life at such a young age, I think it makes you realize, life is really short, and, it's very transient. It puts a lot of things into perspective. So having that built in me at the start of my adolescence, teenage years, was a very major thing for me. And I think it just made me realize that you have to treasure everything. Not everything's going to work out for you in life, but it doesn't mean you have to walk away from it and destroy and argue. And you can walk away from things that aren't meant for you anymore, or that may have ran their course, and at the time it was very beautiful, the journey, and then you can depart that and continue with a friendship that is very important. And I think for myself, and first and foremost, especially for Danny, our 10-year-old son, it's good when you have children to that. Yeah, that was recently when he came over to England. We all went to the Trafford Centre for the day, and yeah, we had lots of good food and good meals at the house here. So, and in that picture there, Maqsood Lucky is holding Jackson, who is David and my son, who's 2.5 years old. Jackson was very lovable with Lucky. So yeah, it's a very sweet picture.
Thank you so much, Kate. That is a very inspiring thing for couples, to move forward and be happy in a relationship. First of all, people don't know how to be happy in their current relationship, and when you try to establish, a working system to be, I mean, this is really the epitome of happiness and joy, to have something in place which works for everybody and for everybody to move forward. Thank you for sending across this message to all of us here.
I don't want you all to think, it's everything isn't always in life perfect. I just think if you do the work to have that outcome that you want, the joy, taking time, working on the relationships rather than, falling out and easily arguing, I think in the long run it works better for everybody, and it's just a good way to be when you can do it. So I really promote that. Just keep things positive and breathe, take a breath before you react to things. So I hope everybody out there manages that. I'm sure there's lots of you managing it better than I am. So maybe you can all give me some tips.
That's very sweet of you. Okay. So I guess we are coming to a close of this webinar, but before we go, we would love to give a experiential relaxation, heartfulness relaxation and meditation session to all of us. Okay, I'll take one last question from Vihana, because I mean there are a lot of messages from her. So Vihana asks, Kate, how do you manage your time with children, hobbies, and personal care?
Wow. Well, I think I drink a lot of coffee. No, I'm joking. I get up earlier. That's the key.
Ever.
No, it's challenging when you've got 3 boys. It is challenging, and they're all raring to go, so they love it. Fortunately, I love the outdoors too, so I love getting out into nature, and I think I manage it by just stealing those moments. I do take time. I go into the woods. I walk with the trees, amongst the trees. Trees are very calming. So that just calms me down from the energy of the day. Taking those little breaks, I think, help me survive the day of busyness with the boys. And I don't have any help, so we just make it work as a family. We're a team, and it's good to remember that. I'd like some help, so if anybody wants to come and help, they can. But I think touch wood, so far I'm managing it. I make sure I give time for the children. I give time for my hobbies and nurture my career, but I also do take that time out for myself, just in little bursts that keeps me going for the day. And I think it's just doing that, whether it's a bit of meditation, going to the gym. I love doing an hour in the gym, and every other day, and that sets me up for the whole day. So fitness and keeping your mind good and positive, that's the key, I guess.
Thank you, Kate. Vihana says thank you too. She says,
You,
uh,
Vihana.
yeah. So she says she finds it tough with one child and her husband and school and everything. And
I do. I have my days and I find it tough too, but you just remember that our parents did it for us and we're doing it for our children, and it's just the way it happens. And look at the joy we get from our children. So we do a lot of running around for them, but they're going to grow up and love us for it. So
thank you, Vihana. Thank you, Kate.
thank
So,
you.
so
Good
let's
luck,
get
Vihana.
okay. So let's get on to that heartfulness, relaxation, and meditation session. And
Wonderful.
for those of you who are joining us for the first time, you don't need any prior experience to try today's meditation session. So sit comfortably and follow my voice. I will take you through a few plans to relax your body. Towards the end of this relaxation, we shall meditate on the force of light and love in our heart. So sit comfortably, rise. Let's begin from the toes. Wiggle your toes. Relax your toes. Relax your feet. Feel an energy from Mother Earth. And as this energy rises up, it relaxes your legs. This energy moves up your legs, relaxing your thighs, and it moves up and relaxes your hips. This energy moves up, relaxing your lower back, and as it moves up your back, it relaxes your upper back. Feel the muscles in your stomach relaxing. This energy moves up and relaxes your chest, shoulders, and as the energy flows through your arms, it relaxes your arms, elbows, wrist, palm, fingers, fingertips, and this energy oozes out of your fingertips. Your whole arms are completely relaxed now. Feel this energy moving up your neck, relaxing your neck. The muscles in your neck are completely relaxed. The tension in your neck is simply melting away. This energy moves up your face, relaxing your facial muscles, your jaws, cheeks, ears, lips, nose, eyes, forehead, till the tip of your head. Everything is completely relaxed now. Scan your body, scan your system from top to toe, and if any part of your body needs relaxation, allow this energy to flow to that part of the body and let it relax. As your whole body is completely relaxed, bring your attention to the heart. The heart, which is the source of light and love. Let us meditate now on the source of light in the heart. If you're distracted with other thoughts, gently brush them away and bring your attention back to the source of light in your heart. And this light pulls you deep within, into your heart, into meditation. Let's continue meditating for a few minutes. Gently open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much, Kate, for joining us in the meditation.
Thank you
And
so much.
thank you for the webinar too.
That was so lovely, wasn't it? I mean, even the dog barking in the background, but when you're in that state, I feel so refreshed. Lovely. I've got a little candle lit here as well, and I can start my day again now. That's lovely. So thank you, and thank you to everybody for watching. I've seen so many of you watching, and it's lovely. Thank you for having me, Purnima.
It's been our pleasure. We really enjoyed listening to you, and I'm sure all of the viewers, participants also enjoyed. One of these days, we should get together and do more. And towards the end of this webinar, for the benefit of the participants, we'll have some more information about how to join us, how to continue your heartfulness journey if you want to learn to meditate. There are a few masterclass by Daji. There is an app for meditation by the Heartfulness Institute, the Heart in Tune app. And you also have information about the different heart spots. That is the different heartfulness centers all over the world. Heartfulness is present in over 160 countries with over 14,000 certified heartfulness trainers who volunteer their time and effort for this. So all of this information is going to be present towards the end of this webinar, and we look forward to see you all, the participants, joining our heartfulness journey. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Kate, for being with us here.
So much love to you all. Lots of love and light to everybody.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Do you have any closing words, closing comments?
Um, just to say it's been a delight being here today with all of you, and you know we're all in the same ship, and we're all wanting the same things, if not similar. And what this has taught me is, I mean, I'm going to be a big fan of yourself now, Purnima, with the work that you're all doing at GLOW. I think it's amazing. And to take that time out like we just did for 15 minutes, I mean, just 15 minutes. And I don't know about all of you, but I feel refreshed. And just keep taking that time out for yourselves. Don't get too swamped with all the social media, Instagram accounts, and all these lifestyles that we all want to have that we don't have. Start enjoying what you've got, because it's right there in front of you. And yes, Purnima is rather awesome, Sophia. I just saw Sophia's message. Thank you, Purnima.
Thank you so much, Kate, and thanks to all the participants. Until
Bye,
next time.
everybody.
So we have a very amazing, interesting webinar for the February, for the month of February. It's something you all would have never guessed. It's about blockchain, cryptocurrency, and I have to go look up all of those things, research, and there is this amazing woman who is the CEO of the cryptocurrency organization, and this is going to be an amazing webinar next month. So stay tuned for that. Until then.
Amazing. Bye, everybody. Take care.